Uh-oh, something didn't happen. There it is. All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome to Results Driven by RW. And of course, I am RW. I'm excited tonight. Got some great stuff I want to share with you. I'm going to work with some individuals on tonight. I'm going to challenge you. So if you're looking at me in my live Zoom, prepare to be challenged. If you're watching me in these other media networks, I'm going to try and pick on you, but I'll pick on you the way I can. All right. So with that being said, real quick, let's get some basics out the way, get a little housekeeping out the way before we get started tonight. And first thing is, if you can, get to a place that you can take some notes. Now, some of you I see are driving, getting along your way. And I keep looking down because I'm looking down at the other stuff that's coming at me. Take notes if you can. I'm going to drop some bombshells tonight. I'm going to make you think, make you process some stuff, and now develop an action plan. Remember, the whole goal of the results driven is actually getting the job done. Okay. Ask questions. I want you, matter of fact, to open up my chat. Do me a favor, put your name in the chat. And if you have a business, put your business in the chat. Let's make sure my chat is working. So if you would type that in for me, that'd be awesome. And we'll open up with the chat on tonight to make sure you guys are good and you're comfortable with using the chat. You know, you guys use your fingers. Use your fingers. Anybody see that movie that says Magic Fingers? That name that movie. But anyway, yeah, use your magic fingers and type into the chat name. If you have a business, that business, or what you're looking to get out tonight would be great. And that way I can actually start and make sure I focus and center in, which I'm going to do in a few years tonight because I'm going to pick on you a little bit. All right. Next thing is we want to deal with this week's wins. I know a lot of you guys are on this 90-day accountability challenge, and I am been hearing some great results. I had one young lady, she said she hasn't walked in years, and she's out hitting them streets, and she's not only hit it once, but she's hit it the last couple of days, and she's like, oh my God, I can't believe that I'm back to doing what I should have been doing a long time ago. It's crazy until you're challenged or you're held accountable for something, it makes it a little bit easier to work with people than to try and do it by yourself. So with that being said, most of my guys that are watching me are overachievers. Yes, you are. You're one that's always looking to do more, and that's who we want, okay? Now, the only thing about that is a lot of times we overlook the good things because we're so focused on what's not going good, we focus on what is going bad. And I need you to focus tonight on what's going good. What is something that happened with a challenge that's helping you or just in life general? Give me a good win. Come on, Germany. You got the ice smacking on and carrying on. Give me a good week's win. What did you do this week that was a win? I don't care how small.
Well, a couple of things that I noticed. I am back to exercising regularly, and that is doing a whole lot for my attitude, so to speak, and dealing with things with the kids being home for the summer, just dealing with life. I've been having a great attitude starting off my day exercising. And another win is I completed the licensing application stuff and paid for it. So that's my win for the week.
Good job, guys. That's exciting. I know it's just something a matter of getting in the flow. And Germany, if I can just kind of throw this out there at you, did you realize what you kind of said, that it brings down the stress when you actually get this stuff out early? Good. Makes a big difference, guys. Makes a big difference. We're gonna dive into that even a little bit more. So great job. Excited about that. Who else has got a good challenge, a good week's win? I know some of you. I know you're just joining us and you're just jumping in. You like, bah, but now I'm throwing you in the pot. Bah. So give me a win. What happened good this week? Something good happened. Tell me something good. That might be before your time. So Summer, what you got? Tell me something good.
So I got a few things actually.
Okay,
but
you all
I did some networking this week. I actually went on a private tour with the Vegas Young Professionals of Las Vegas, and we got to see the back end of the loop for the Las Vegas Convention Center. So that was fun.
Oh, well, there you go. We'll see. Opening yourself up a little bit more, expanding your territory and your network. Love those things. Great job. All right, who else has got a good win? One more good win for the week. Who's got a good win? Did Delshana just chime in? There she is. There her go. What's going on, Miss Delshana?
Hello,
Day in the house. What's going on?
Yes. So I have a couple of wins. One, I'm still on the track. I'm still coming through, meeting my requirements for our morning walks. Yay!
Excellent day.
I believe I hit ketosis and my venture into the keto diet plan. Yay!
Excellent.
Definitely taking some discipline because on keto, you can't have any French fries.
We had that conversation.
Just closed out the Manifestation Worship Arts Conference. I've been participating as a leader and a teacher for many years now. This year, I showed up only as a teacher and a vendor, and we sold flags, prophetic wind makers. We sold flags, which was amazing. It really did boost our energy and motivation to continue in that. But it was also a paid event. So we are still moving forward in making sure that there is, and that wasn't discussed at all. So I'm just grateful that as a minister in the position in ministry, that there's some reciprocation for the poor. That's how I'll say it, reciprocation for the poor. So those are some real fabulous things that have been going on. And wait a minute, hold up. My number one thing is I woke up this morning and said, we're going to rest. Ha!
Beautiful. So you were intentional. I like that intentionality. That's what I'm talking about. We talked about it last week when it comes to time management, being okay with having a time that's set to rest. That way now you can actually rest without feeling like you should be doing something. Excellent. Good job, guys. All right, well, I hope you're ready because we're getting ready to kick this whole thing up a notch. Matter of fact, you guys, if you're not, tell your friends, tell your mama them, tell your cousin them. We are doing our 90-day accountability challenge, and you guys are doing amazing. I'm so proud of you guys. You don't even know how exciting it is for me to wake up to those posts, seeing you guys in the group chat, showing your beautiful faces early in the morning, looking all makeup free and all dusty, lips all white. I mean, it's getting, boy, I tell you, boy, I was like, man, they for real, out there getting it in. So good job. I'm a proud coach. Keep on going. We are in our summer sizzle. So with the summer sizzle, I want to make sure you know that for the next 3 months, I've cut my price in half for the Zoom. It's $49.99. It's a steal. So do me a favor, invite your friends, invite your family, let them come on board. Let them be a part of this accountability challenge. I believe that it's worth it because I guarantee results. Matter of fact, I got a money back guarantee on these next 90 days, only because I do believe that there are going to be major shifts and changes in your life just by hanging out with us for the next 90 days. Somebody asked me, so, why don't you just do it for free? I said, well, generally, when you don't pay for something, you don't value it. So when you pay for it, you value it more. So I want you to show yourself that you're worth it. You're worth it. You're worth investing in yourself for your business, your personal, and your physical mindset to make sure you can get to where you want to go in the next 90 days. So we're not slowing down. Matter of fact, I love my topic tonight. It's going to be the summer sizzle. So real quick, before I get here, you know what? I'm going to bring up Coach D. Coach D, are you in a good place? I'm going to let him tell you what we're about to do. Because remember I just said I was going to kick it up a notch. Well, get ready. Uh-oh, I think I just froze. Oh, no. Did I freeze or did y'all freeze?
Hello.
Oh, there he is. All right, I'm gonna bring Coach D in. We're getting ready to kick this challenge up a notch. So I hope you guys are ready. Hold on one second. I'm gonna throw in Coach D. Coach D, tell them what we're gonna be doing here for boot camp, summer boot camp, and also share with us how to speed up our metabolism. Is it metabolism or metabolism? I'm gonna let you take it. Go ahead, help us out, brother.
Metabolism. So here in this next week, so next Saturday, bright and early, what do we say, 8:30?
Yeah, well, actually, you know what? It's going to be the 24th.
24th. So
24th.
on the 24th, 8:30 a.m. at Sunset Park, we're doing a boot camp, y'all. We're doing a boot camp, and we're opening it up to everybody.
Come on, give me some energy, guys. Where you guys at, man? Give me some energy on the boot camp. Energy on the boot camp.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna do a little bit more than walking. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more than walking. But trust me, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for, gosh, I want to say 6 or 7 years, you know, before I got into real estate. So I'm going to be meeting you all where you are. I'm going to be meeting you all where you are and challenging you from that position. But please believe, like he said, you will be challenged. It's going to be fun. There will be community. I think it's going to be a good time. I know it'll be a good time. So I'm looking forward to it.
Beautiful, man. I'm so glad that you've made some time on your schedule because I know you're busy. But guys, I'm telling you, Sade, yes, it's not gonna be no Stairmaster, but it's sure enough gonna be something out there, man. I'm gonna have you throwing some tires or something, man. I can see right now. Matter of fact, Summer's looking excited about it, man. She's like, I ain't threw no tires in a while, man. It's time to get, you know. And the whole purpose of this boot camp, guys, just so you know, is to spark something in you. I need you to bring back the competitor. Many of you, you've gotten lackadaisical, you've gotten a little this summer sizzle is to make sure that you don't slow down. Matter of fact, I'm going to talk a little bit here once we're done with this section of our session. I'm going to show you how we're going to kick it up even another day to make it work and make it do what it do. So guys, I tell you, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be not this Saturday. I apologize. I changed the date. It's going to be on the 24th at 8:30, Sunset Park. Sunset Park. We're going to meet by the basketball courts. You're going to bring a friend. You're going to bring a family member. You're going to bring someone and let them come out and experience an opportunity to push themselves. Not hard, but just enough to get you in that next mode of getting and building some more stamina and getting yourself going, okay? He's real delicate. I did legs last night with him and I'm okay. I didn't die. Thought I was for a minute, but I didn't die. So with that, Coach, I want you to talk real quick. If you can tell me something, well, you told me this and I didn't want to listen. Look, guys, this is what's so important about coaching is you can't really coach people if you are not able or okay with being coached. So because of the licensing and the master's in nutrition that he has, here I am trying to lose weight and I'm fighting with him and he's got a master's in nutrition. Oh, you got to eat more. I said, man, I ain't trying to eat more. I can't eat all this food. I can't do all. It's funny how when we want something and we'll get the people that can help us and we don't want to listen to them. Mm-hmm. Like right now, you guys are listening to someone 26 years of business, work for themselves, multiple businesses, multiple properties, travel the world. And so now when I come on, it's like, well, I don't know. Well, you got to get to where you want to be. Time is 8:30, absolutely. She locking it on the calendar. I like it, Summer. She locking it in. I like it. She already excited. I see the excitement and the energy. So, but anyway, I was fighting with him because it's funny, as some of you guys do, you fight with me because you said, well, no, I've tried it. No, that won't work. And the sad thing is it ain't working because you ain't doing it right. So Coach, help us out tonight. How can we speed up our metabolism the right way? Help me out.
Yes. So I said there's two most common challenges or issues when it comes to fat loss or weight loss that I observe. One, of course, is the obvious, eating too much and moving too little, right? And then the second, which is far less obvious, is eating too little. Eating too little. This is actually an issue that can prevent you from losing more weight. So I'm going to start with the latter because I'm sure that caught some eyes and I'm sure that there's some question marks as to how could that be possible? How could that be a thing? So I went ahead and brought out my handy dandy notebook here and I'm gonna do a little chart for y'all. So pretty much this chart right here is gonna be at the bottom. The x-axis is gonna be time. And the y-axis is gonna be your metabolism. We'll make it at big M. Can you guys see this okay? You can see it okay?
I can see it.
All right. So your metabolism, AKA calories, right? So let's just say that your metabolism, the potential of your metabolism is say 2,500 calories, right? So let's say your potential is to consume 2,500 calories in a day. And if you consume this, you wouldn't change. You would stay the same. You wouldn't gain any weight or lose any weight, right? So let's say that we're right here at 2,500 calories. Now, what happens when you undereat, right, is your body goes through a metabolic adaptation. So it's almost like our system is looking to preserve ourselves. So when we go back to the prehistoric days, right, before they had readily available supermarket, readily available food, and they had to go kill and pick their food, what would happen is in times of famine, the metabolism would significantly reduce or slow to preserve life, right? So you would utilize less calories in the day, so that way you can stay alive longer until you achieve your next meal. Now, this is a very simple breakdown and to tie together context as to why your body responds and acts the way that it does. So believe it or not, within a matter of weeks, your body will significantly reduce its calorie or its metabolism as a result of a hyper low deficit or an extremely low deficit. So let's just say your metabolic potential is 2,500 calories right here at this line. But let's say that you're severely under eating. So you're only eating, say, 1,000 calories, right? Now your metabolism that started up here will relatively quickly reduce down to match what you're providing it. And now let's say that you decide to go ahead and increase that calorie count. It's going to more slowly increase its metabolism than it decrease. So the decrease is going to come much more rapid. So let's say you go back up to eating 2,500, or you start eating crazy, or you go on vacation, or whatever it may be. Your body is still going to try to adapt and adjust and go back up, but it's going to take longer. Therefore, that time where you were eating in that calorie surplus is going to increase your weight, increase your body fat, right? Now, common thing that I find when people do try to diet, and this goes for people who are trying to diet as well as people who just aren't mindful or intentional about their eating habits. I'll find that some people, they'll be extreme, right? They're like, you know what? I'm trying to get this thing up off me. I'm about to go on a vegan, keto, intermittent fasting. I'm eating 1 meal a day and it's going to be carrots. You know what I'm saying? So boom. So they make this extreme calorie cut. And as a result, yes, you will lose weight. You will absolutely lose weight in the short term. But then you'll find that you've effectively reduced your metabolism. So now when you go back to eating what you used to eat, you're going to gain weight at an accelerated pace, right? How many of us have lost a bunch of weight only to gain it all back, right? This is only because of the approach that we took to get the fat loss and even how we resumed eating at our normal schedule. There is a way to reverse diet so that you can gradually increase your metabolism back to its normal, right? So I'm trying to make it simple, because I could get deep. Like you said, I got a master's in this, so I could get real scientific and lose all y'all, but I don't want to do that. So so pretty much my recommendation, right, is to begin with a gradual calorie deficit, right? So there's multiple strategies. I'm going to show you. I prepared a few slides for you as well. So there's a way for you to do a hand portion control guide, which is very simple. There's a way for you to, of course, count your calories or count your macros, which might be a little bit more complex and take a little bit more thought, but it's definitely something that can be set up. And I do still create meal plans, but I don't advertise it because, you know, I use my time with real estate nowadays. But when it comes to that calorie deficit, let's say that you calculate about how much your metabolism is, right? And let's just say you're around 2,500. Now, if you were to take a more gradual approach and eat somewhere more around 2,000 calories per day, now you're in a 500 calorie deficit. 1 pound of body fat, so this is where my math needs to need some work. Let me pull out my calculator here. So 1 pound of body fat is around 3,500 calories, right? So this means that if you're in a 500 calorie deficit from where your metabolism is, then over the course of a week, of a 7-day period, theoretically, you would lose about 1 pound of body fat. Now, we know that our bodies aren't science equations, you know what I'm saying? So it's not always going to work out like this, but this is just going to create the environment for your body to lose that fat or to lose that weight without reducing your metabolism too rapidly, right? So take the gradual calorie deficit approach. So what happens, right, when we do this approach is instead of this big drop off, there's more of a gradual reduction in your metabolism. And at the point that you reach that plateau or you stop losing, simply reduce your calories again, reduce your calories again. And this will be a gradual increments, right? Now, let me go ahead and go over to my slides here. See if it'll let me share my screen. Yeah.
All right, I give you access.
Cool. Right. So skip some of these slides here. There's just some crazy facts, y'all. You see this? 76% of us, of African Americans, have a greater risk for high blood pressure. Let me see, move this out the way. High cholesterol and diabetes, as well as all risk factors for stroke and heart disease, as well as 80% of Hispanics. Let's get that. So looking at the compound effect of things, here's how significant something that may seem so insignificant can impact your health, your metabolism, and your fat loss, right? So let's just say we got this example here. And those of you who attended the class at the church, it's been a really long time, this might be familiar to you. So let's just say Brittany, she controls her carbs and decides to eat 250 calories less than her maintenance calories for about 2 years, right? So for 720 days. So this is the fun part. This is where I need your involvement. Calculate her potential weight change over this time period if about 3,500 calories equals 1 pound of body fat. So go ahead and take the 250 calories, multiply it by the 720 days, and then just divide that by the 3,500 calories equaling 1 pound of body fat. So tell me, by this simple adjustment, how much fat she could lose. So I just started running the calculations. Don't let me beat y'all.
That Summer came back with the answer.
Oh, did she? What did she say?
51 pounds.
51 pounds. All right. So 51 pounds over 2 years by something so insignificant, right? 1 can of soda, how much is in 1 can of soda? I haven't drunk soda in so long. Is it like 45 grams of sugar, of carbs?
Wow.
So 45 times 4, that's about 180 calories. So this is the equivalent of somebody drinking 1.5 cans less of soda every day, right? Or 1 less sugary Starbucks drink every single day. So this is a simple way for you to go ahead and, oh, yep, I see a reaction. She said, that's me right there. Now, once again, right, our bodies aren't math equations, so it wouldn't pan out to that exact extent, but I guarantee you that she would realize some change in her body over that time period because of that one habit that she changed. So here's a much simpler way that you don't need to really get involved in a whole bunch of math and calculations of getting your maintenance calories and then reducing 500 calories from that you can still achieve a calorie deficit while eating enough food, right? So here, this is pretty much, what would satiate and be enough food for a relatively active man or woman as far as carbs are concerned. So 1 to 2 cup handfuls of carb dense foods per meal. So this right here, let me see where we at. This right here is the equivalent of 1 serving of carbs per individual. So in the case of a woman, it's going to be more so 1 cup. In the case of a man, it's going to be more so 2 cups. And when I say cups, I don't mean the measurement. I mean, if you cup your hand like this, you put the rice in there, you put the whatever it is in there, that's going to be about 1 serving. 1 serving of that is the equivalent of 1 medium potato or fruit, like an apple, a banana, whatever. This is also going to be the equivalent of about 1/2 to 2/3 of a cup of cooked grains or legumes, of cooked rice or beans. And this is after cooking it, right? So you're not going to take that, cook it, swell it up, and then have a whole big heaping plate. Now, how you're going to begin, right, on the carb side of things. So for active men, you can have anywhere between 2 and 4 servings per meal. Now, let's say that you're eating about 3 times per day. Is that 3 times? 2 to 3 times per day. That'll get you anywhere between the 6 and 8 servings. And same for women, you know, if you're eating about 3 times or more per day, you'll get to about 4 to 6 servings. So what you would do, this is for maintenance. So you would strive to reduce by 1 serving your total intake. So for active men, you might have anywhere between 5 and 7 servings per day, and a woman 3 to 5 servings of those carbs per day. Now, what I want you guys to consider is this concept of earning your carbs. Earning your carbs. So when I say that, I mean, on the days that you have less physical activity, have you earned your carbs? Do you need as many carbs to fuel your activity? The answer is no. So what I do for a lot of my clients that I actually have on a written meal plan is I have them carb cycle. So on the days that they do their resistance training, on the days that they do their cardio, more so resistance training, I allow them to eat a little bit more carbs, especially around their workout. And on the days that they are not doing their resistance training, they're going to be eating significantly less carbs. So for example, right, what this might look like is instead of having 4 to 6 for a woman, you might have 2, maybe 3 servings of carbs on the day that you're not working out, right? And then for the man, you might have 4, I say 3 to 5 servings, 3 to 6 servings, right? So it's all relative. And I have a whole little infographic of this that I can send over to you guys, and I'll definitely be able to answer any questions that you have at the end as well. Now, the point of what I'm trying to say here is the answer is not always to go without. The answer may be to implement some intention and to be strategic about what you're eating. And by doing so, let me get this off my screen here so I can talk to y'all. And by doing so, am I back?
Yep, we're back.
All right. And by doing so, what I recommend is eating multiple times per day. Now, I'm going to go through all the different strategies and different fad diets. I'm not going to say don't do something because the pure intention of being strategic or intentional about your habits is going to make a difference. I did a study once, and simply by being mindful about your eating habits, you're going to make better choices. So this isn't saying one way is the best ultimate way, but this is giving you information that you can utilize as you go about your process, you know, at least for so long as you're doing it on your own. Now, I always recommend my clients eat anywhere between 3 to 6 times a day, anywhere in that range. It doesn't have to be 6 isn't more special than 5. 4 isn't more special than 3, right? Reason being, 9 times out of 10, if you're only eating 1 time a day, you're most likely not eating enough calories, right? And you're most likely not eating enough protein. So this is why I recommend you eat more times in a day, right? Remember that chart that I drew for you where if you're not eating enough, there we go. I was frozen on my end. If you're not eating enough calories, if you're in too exaggerated of a calorie deficit, your metabolism is actually going to tank. So this is why it's a gradual decrease. So you want to get 3 to 6 servings, and in each of your servings, you want to strive to get a source of protein. This protein, it can be a protein powder, it could be chicken, it could be beef, it could be whatever, and we could even talk about the red meat, right? The red meat has been demonized, especially the pork, and I'm definitely not an advocate for pork or anything like that. But when we look at the red meats, what's not good about the red meat, or what might not be good about the red meat, is only the fat content. It's not the meat in nature, right? So if you're getting red meat and it's not grass-fed, then it's going to be higher in unsaturated fats. It's going to be higher in saturated fats. And the saturated fats are the fats that actually will, in excess, increase your cholesterol, increase your blood pressure, and then, of course, increase your fat, right? So a solution to this is either go for the lean red meats, right? So if you're going for ground beef, go for the 93-7 instead of the 80-20, you know what I'm saying? Get the red one instead of the pink one, right? Or go for the grass-fed beef. The grass-fed beef and lamb and things of that nature, those are actually naturally higher in unsaturated fatty acids, which are the healthy fats, which will serve to increase your HDLs, or your positive cholesterol numbers. So that's actually going to be good for your health. If we're talking about fish, fish is generally okay, right? The most optimal fish for you is going to be the wild caught fish, because they have better living conditions, healthier environments, and they're also going to be higher in the unsaturated fatty acids, whether it's tuna, salmon, whatever, and then when we talk about, of course, the supplements like the whey proteins and different things of that nature, this pretty much just gives you a ton of options. So while one thing works for one person, that doesn't mean that it's the best option for everybody, right? So Pops is a pescatarian, and for a while, actually, he was a vegetarian, and that works for him. And I won't knock him on that, because he's seen positive effects. So if you want to go about the vegetarian or the pescatarian route, you can definitely succeed in this lifestyle still. I'm not going to advocate for it, but I'm not going to advocate against it, because I eat a ton of protein. I eat a ton of animal protein. I eat it 5 times a day, and I enjoy it. All right. Now, that's out the way. So with every single meal, you want to have some source of protein. In addition to that, you want to also have some source of a vegetable with at least 50% of your meals. And the reason why I say this is simply because the more protein, or the more vegetables you consume, the more fiber you consume, and the less of the other carbs that you consume, because naturally you're going to fill your stomach more. You're going to feel a lot more satiated, right? Another tip, you're going to want to increase your water consumption. Water is huge and beneficial in a multitude of ways. One is just your blood flow, your circulation, right? For any of you who have ever felt some swelling in your feet and your dogs and your toe, drinking more water is going to help with that. You know what I'm saying? For any of you with the high blood pressure, drinking more water is going to help with that. For any of you, who might get headaches or things like that, drinking more water is going to help with that, right? And actually, believe it or not, it very minutely increases your metabolism when you drink more water. So the general recommendation for water intake is half of your body weight in ounces. So for someone who's weighing, say, 200 pounds, they're going to want to drink at least 100 ounces of water, which is a little over 3/4 of a gallon. Someone who's about 150 pounds, 75 ounces of water, which is around half of a gallon, a little bit over a half a gallon of water, right? So pretty much everyone in here should be drinking at least a half a gallon of water a day or more, and that's going to help. I say, speaking on some of the bad things, such as you got the keto, you got your, which I heard mentioned earlier, I'm not going to demonize it. You got your intermittent fasting, and then there's a few other diets as well. So the thing about intermittent fasting, right? Intermittent fasting is definitely a good way to reduce your calorie intake. I will say that. And there's a window normally. There's a window, it might be 6 to 8 hours. It might just be one meal. Now, the pro about this methodology is that with a smaller window of eating, you have less opportunity to mess up your diet. Plain and simple, no magic. That's what it is. So that's the benefit of the intermittent fasting. Now, if you're eating too infrequently, too like one time a day, you're gonna lose some weight, but you're not gonna be able to consume as much protein as you need. Not gonna be able to consume as many calories as you need, unless you're just eating ice cream during that meal. And then what's the point, right? So that's why I recommend eating 3 to 6 meals a day. That way you can get enough protein and calories in throughout the course of the day. But like I said, if you have an issue not messing up your diet, then maybe eating less times a day will help you not do that. And then when we look at the keto, so keto is not all bad by any means. However, there's no magic to ketosis, right? At the end of the day, calories in, calories out. So if you're in a calorie deficit, you're going to see some success. Now, what I do find is there's a matter of insulin sensitivity and insulin resistance. So these are like some buzzwords, but to break them down and make them plain, insulin sensitivity pretty much has to do with when you consume a carb, your body sends out a hormone, insulin, and insulin signals the body to take those carbs, which they converts into glucose or glycogen, or sorry, glucose in the bloodstream. So take those carbs broken down and absorb them into the body, right? And store them and utilize them. So what happens is when you have good insulin sensitivity, when your body shoots out the insulin because you have carbs and tells them to go ahead and use those carbs, you're going to use them effectively and efficiently. You might use them to build muscle, you might use them for energy, or whatever the case might be. But when you have insulin resistance, and insulin resistance is noticed in populations that are more overweight or obese. So the more fat you have on your body, the less insulin sensitive you are, and the more insulin resistant you are. So those that are more overweight or obese, insulin resistance just means that when you take in carbs and your body shoots out insulin to signal you to go ahead and absorb these carbs, utilize them, digest them, and absorb them, what happens is your body does a poor job. Your body does a poor job, and then it ends up having to shoot out more insulin, more insulin, more insulin, to where you essentially store it as fat. So that's where you hear people who say, man, I just look at a fry, or I just look at this or that carb, and I gained 10 pounds. That's because you're insulin resistant. And it's usually a result of 1, inactivity, and 2, high body fat, right? So in those populations, that's where it would be beneficial for you to significantly reduce your carb intake, hence the keto diet. However, I generally, for clients who are very insulin resistant or obese, I do like a modified keto diet. So I don't do it by the textbook, and I'm not too concerned about their blood markers of ketosis or anything. What I do is I essentially say, okay, we're going to eat pretty much no carbs on the days you're not training, no carbs at all. And on the days that you are training, we're going to eat our carbs around your workout, right before and right after. And when I say right, I just mean within 2 to 3 hours out, right? And this approach normally is fairly effective because you can still eat your you can still eat your protein, and you can still eat your fat. And now you're not packing on a bunch of fat because of your insulin resistance. So the keto is okay. It's not bad at all. But my adjustment to the keto diet is increasing the protein, because by definition, the keto diet is a high fat, I think moderate protein, no carb diet. So I essentially increase the protein and I go for more of a moderate high fat. And that's my adjustment to the keto diet. So don't worry if you fall out of ketosis. It's not the end of the world. There's no magic to it. just continue with your calorie deficit, limiting or controlling your carbs, eating plenty of protein, eating plenty of vegetables, and you'll be on point, as well as, of course, increasing your exercise and increasing your water. Now, the general recommendation that I give all my clients for exercise and cardio is 3 times per week with their resistance training or their exercise. And this is the goal, right? So this is what we're going to work ourselves up to. 3 times per week with some type of resistance training, or it could even be, I don't know, a group class with some weights or something like that. And 4 times per week with cardio. The cardio is going to be anywhere between 20 and 40 minutes per session of continuous movement, getting your heart rate up, working up a sweat. If you haven't worked up a sweat, then you're probably not moving intense enough, right? Now, we all start somewhere. So if you're holding a lot of weight, you can't do a whole bunch of backflips and jumping jacks and running and sprinting and stuff. Then just start with walking, start with swimming, start with those things, start with the elliptical, whatever you can do, and then continue to work your intensity level up as you reduce your body fat and as you increase your capacity. All right, so that's pretty much the gist of that. I want to say I probably had a few more things to say, but let me just go ahead and accept some questions in the meantime.
Good stuff, man. I tell you what, I think the biggest thing for me is just really realizing that all this matters. You told me something that I couldn't outrun a bad diet. Just so we're clear, there are times that he's actually my son, but then he's my coach. And I don't like him all the time as my coach, just for the record. He's made me do some stuff that I looked at him and I almost cussed. And then there's some things he's tried to make me do that were tough at first, but then they started working and now they're working really good. So I'm all in, but realizing that, man, diet is everything along with the exercise. Sade has a question. Sade, hit us up.
Yes. What's up, Sade?
Okay. My question is it true that if you do the same type of cardio that it will like stagnate your results? Like, do you have to like change it up each time, or how does that work?
Yeah, so that's actually a good question. There is this belief that you have to confuse the muscle, which isn't necessarily true. So you can do the same type of cardio and see success. The only thing about it is gradually and over time, right? So if your first month you're doing, I don't know, let's just say something that's controlled. So let's say you're on a treadmill at an incline of 5 at a speed of 3, right? For 30 minutes. Your first month, that might work for you, but your second month, that might not work as well from you. You might plateau. So in that case, you can do the same exercise method, but you want to increase your intensity and or increase your duration. So either increasing your incline, increasing your speed, increasing your time is all you have to do to still see success in the long term. And it doesn't have to be like immediate, right? So it doesn't have to be this week I'm doing 30 minutes, next week I'm doing 40. You might be able to do it for a few weeks the same, and then, maybe the next month or however, go ahead and increase from there. And go ahead, Germanice.
Okay. For you were talking about eating more, about 6 times a day. What are some ways to get in more eating in the day?
Got you. And for anyone that came in late, I said anywhere between 3 and 6 times a day. So ways to increase your eating is simply meal prep. Meal prep. That's the answer. So what you got to do is you got to prepare. It's as simple as that old saying, either you prepare to fail or you, what was it? What was it?
Or you
Plan to fail or you plan to
There you
succeed.
go.
You
Whatever.
fail to plan, you fail to succeed. Yeah, that's it.
There you go. That's it.
okay.
So I would never ask y'all to do anything that I don't do myself, right? So every single Sunday or Monday, I actually grill up all my proteins for the week. As long as it's not fish, if it's like a chicken or a beef or something like that, and you keep it packaged well in the refrigerator, it should last you a good 7 days. So I grill my meat Yeah, tofu is fine too. Tofu has protein in it. You know, soy is okay. Soy isn't the best thing in the world, but if that's, you know, if you're vegetarian or whatever, and you're trying to stay away from regular protein, animal protein, that works. That works. Definitely. So yeah, meal prep 1 to 2 times a week. I do rice and I do my proteins once a week, and I end up cooking my rice twice a week because I eat so much of it. And then you know, I cook my breakfast almost every day.
Okay, does the amount of protein matter for each meal throughout the day for the 6 meals?
For sure. So if you're doing, someone like you specifically, if you're doing 3 to 6 meals, I'd say that you should most likely be eating about 4 to 5 ounces per meal of protein. Of course, if it's not like actual animal protein or whatever, or tofu or whatever, then it might just be like a scoop of the powder or something.
Okay.
Good. Delshana had a question too about pretty much just gradually increasing in duration and intensity. Walking still can be great. Walking is a great way to get that thing going.
Absolutely. Yeah, walking is great to start. And then, of course, as you increase your duration intensity, you can go about it by including intervals where you're going faster pace for periods of time, returning to your steady walk. So it could be a speed walk, steady state walk, speed walk, steady state walk, or it could just be increasing the duration, or all the above. There's different ways for you to continue to challenge yourself.
Wow, this is good stuff, man. This is great stuff, man. I tell you what, Coach Deshaun, we appreciate Coach D Money. I appreciate you, man, because you're making it happen. And looking forward to this boot camp, guys. If those that just jumped in, we are doing a summer sizzle boot camp. Yes, we are doing a boot camp. Wait a minute, guys, do me a favor. Pump those arms in the air. Give me a little excitement about the boot camp. A little excitement about the boot camp. The energy level is going to be important, guys, because now the more and more you get excited about something, the more and more your mind tells you it's something good to do. If you be like, oh my God, then now your mind's saying don't do it. Then you find a reason not to. I want to get you to where I'm trying to bring out the competitor in you. So this summer, we are kicking up the pace. And most of you are on our plan. You're doing amazingly. Some of you need to jump on board to our summer sizzle. Coach D is going to coach us along the way. If you are not in our group text, then you need to get our group text. You'll see the different notes and the different things that Coach D has given us. And also, too, you're seeing your other people being accountable. And that text that we're in, that group text, is just brings accountability to where we are seeing each other. Also, if you are not on the app, get on the app. We actually have an app that we're all participating in, which is the Under Armour app, which is the, oh gosh, I forgot the name of it. What's that app that I'm using? Yeah, the app that I'm using, I'll think about it in a minute. I'm getting old, man. It's an old moment.
Map my something.
It's probably.
Oh, Map My Fitness. Yes, Map My Fitness. So you can actually go right to your thing, jump on with us, come and be a part, join the group. This 90 days of accountability is now going to kick us to the next level. And we're going to do something that's going to be amazing for you. Is instead of you slow down this summer, we're going to pick up the pace a little bit. Now I'm going on vacation. So next month I'm in Jamaica, but I'm going to enjoy this next run to make sure that we take care of business before we get the vacation plan. Okay. All right, Coach D, I appreciate you, man. You the man. Appreciate you. I got a few more things I want to drop in you guys' spirit. And then we're going to get you out of here in good time as we try to do. Boom, I'm keying him out. All right, so let's get back to where I was at. So if you have not jumped into our summer sizzle, jump into it. Boot camp, Saturday, June 24th, put on your calendar. It's going to be amazing. You want to be there. No, we're not going to be doing flips and cartwheels, but what we will do is things commensurate to what you can do and a little bit more. Summer's already decided that she's going to be kicking some tires, just throwing tires around. I can't, but I'm not going to be doing that. I got back stuff that I want to consider to be okay with, but there's other things that we'll be doing that will help you. So come out, bring a friend. It's going to be amazing. All right, real quick. I only got a few moments, but I want to talk about closing the gap. Okay. What we're doing with this summer sizzle is instead of you slowing down, I want you to get past some people. Yes. I want you to surpass some people that are taking this moment to chill. While they're chilling, I want you working on your game and kicking yourself to the next level in whatever area that you're in, okay? Accountability agreement on this 90-day journey. Number one, be honest with yourself, guys. I need you to be honest with us. So we're gonna do this together. This accountability challenge is just that. We're all in this together. All right. Manage your daily schedule. We talked about that. Know your limits. Know what you can and can't do. Don't overcommit. Be open to change. Some of the stuff that we're doing has been cool, but if you're not getting the results you want, that's where I come in. I want to see the results. Yes, I'm results driven. Okay. Be outcome driven. Same thing. Also, know who you're accountable for, what you're accountable for, and who you're accountable to. The stuff that we putting down is stuff that you are now being accountable to yourself. And we as a team, as a community, are helping each other stay the course. Here are the 3 areas of accountability: business, personal wellness, and relationships. So keep those, that's our focus. So for the next 90 days, your business, if you have a business, is gonna blow up. Your personal wellness is gonna get to the next level. And we're gonna help you to build your relationships with your family, friends, and coworkers, okay? All this is a part of your life. So we're dealing with wholeness, not just one piece. So for some of the guys that are on this journey with me, how did you do this week when it came to being accountable to what we set forth already? I'll start with Delshana because she's been on it. Then I'm gonna go to my girl, Germanice, and help us out. How's it going? How did you do this week?
So this week was great. As I shared in the beginning, on point and on target, making my goal, it actually is to lose weight. Like that is the goal, to lose the weight. And so I am down, since we started this, I'm down 6 pounds. But
don't act like don't act like that's nothing, girl. That's you down 6 pounds. You're down 6 pounds.
And my number is 20. So 6 of the 20 is already shot. So I'm excited about that. It's the first time in a long time that I've invested in me like this. So that's amazing. But also even on the business side, like I've been making flags since 2018 and really not committed, not consistent. And my team and I got together, we prayed, we made them, we pushed out there, and we're well received. And so we're excited about our next venture. We're excited about our next venture and tallying this up and getting ready for the next and recognizing where we can clean up some of our approach and our display and that sort of thing. So I'm excited about that. And in terms of relationship, it just happened this past week where I was able to really face some tough situations with people who had really done damage in my professional life, and just recognize that as the weight is dropping and as I'm moving and shifting weight, that there are pockets or bubbles of pus that are being busted open so that those painful points are being revealed and healed. And so a lot of weight is being shed. The number might be 6, but emotionally and relationally, there's a lot more weight being shed, leaving there more space for love. So I'm excited about this, making massive results in my life. Yes.
Wow, we're just in week 2. Is this week 2 or week 3? Week 2 and a half. We're almost there. Wow. And here's the commitment level that I've made with Delshana and she did this. Now, I'm not telling you guys to do this, but I asked her to send me a picture of her current weight. And I told her it was the hardest thing I'd probably ask her to do, but I want to maintain the accountability. And I'm not telling you guys, but I want her to know that I'm watching. There's someone that's concerned about her health, about her commitment, and forget the numbers, guys, but I want to keep her accountable to what she wants. And that's the key. If she says, I want da-da-da, then I'm gonna say, look, give me the number. Now let's work from the number you're at to where you're trying to get to. So 20 pounds was the number, down 6. Amazing. You go, girl. All right, Germanice, what you got? How'd your week go? Thank you so much, Delshana, for sharing. You're amazing.
Yes, great job, Delshana. Like I was saying earlier, I noticed that doing these workouts, and now that this week I've been doing more instead of just the one day that we started off with, it has been doing great things for my attitude, the way I start my day. Starting your day with prayer and exercise is great. And not only that, but it has helped me see things differently. I'm able now to maneuver without the distractions are coming, but I am not deviated because of the distractions, because of my you know, my attitude, so to speak. So I think that has been really, really awesome. And noticing that it makes me want to do more, just like he was saying, I can do more because I ain't been busting a sweat. But but it's definitely been improving my attitude and the way I deal with things, especially all the things that have been coming at me. So it's been awesome.
Beautiful, beautiful. And that's only one aspect that we're dealing with. Once again, remember, we're dealing with all three this time. And so I'm gonna be hammering you on all these things. So tonight, real quick, I got a few minutes. Blueprint. Okay, most people know what a blueprint is, but I wanted to define it. It's a detailed plan or program of action. That's what we're doing now. You guys, every single Sunday, you should be sending me your blueprint for the week, telling me what 10 things you want to accomplish. I'm now holding you accountable to those 10 things. In other words, it's up to you to decide what's going to be important this week. Then making sure now that someone's holding you accountable or your feet to the fire on the thing that you said you would do. One thing we talked about in the beginning of this, guys, is integrity. I truly believe that everyone in the Zoom is a person of integrity. So that means that whatever you say is going to become what you said because you have integrity. So we're working out the detail, we're getting the numbers, we're making it happen. All right. So tonight, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, where are you in your business? Where are you in your personal wellness? Where are you in your relationships as of right now? Real quick, Summer Joy, you're on here, you're on the top of my screen on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. Now, do you have your own business?
Yes.
Wonderful. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, where is that business at?
She's brand new, 4 weeks old, so we're at a 1.
Okay. No, but that's getting started, getting the ball rolling.
Yeah.
That's a good place to be with results driven, because trust me, we will drive the results. 2, personal wellness. When it comes to your mental, physical, and spiritual health, scale of 1 to 10, where you feel you're at?
I'm at like a solid 4
Okay.
for like all 3 of them. So
Beautiful. I like that. And relationships, when it comes to family, friends, coworkers, getting out the house, seeing other people, where are you at on a scale of 1 to 10?
so I still live with family, so I don't know. Friends, I just hung out with some, so I'm good like 7 or 8 with that one.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10 with your business, you mentioned you said a 1, which you're just getting started. What are some things you can do this week to increase that number on your scale? Give me just one thing you can do this week to increase that number.
I have a ton of them and they're all on that whiteboard, but the main one is finalizing a business plan, like a full-fledged business plan with the marketing, with the target market actually like thought out. So that's my number 1 goal.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. And then what about your personal wellness? What's that one thing you can do to move the scale a little bit?
So I've actually been on the whole weight loss journey thing too. I'm down 10 pounds since the new year. Because I finally got rid of all the stressors and everything. So I'm trying to get below 200. I'm right at 200 right now. I'm trying to get below that before the end of this month because my birthday's coming up. So that is the plan.
All right. So you're moving that by working on that as we're talking, right? And relationships. Right now you're at a 7, so you're actually pretty good. What could you do to move that just a little bump more?
So I'm trying to get out more. I've been mingling with the chambers of Las Vegas and everything. So I'm trying to find more events to get involved in so I can do more networking and things like that. I live with family, so I talk to them enough, and I just saw my friends a couple days ago, so I'm not worried about them.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Good, good, good. All right, cool. Let me grab and pick on 2 more people. Let's see, who have I picked on tonight? Sharday, scale of 1 to 10, same thing. Where are you at when it comes to your business right now?
I would say about a 7.
Okay, about a 7. Okay, 7 is good. What about your personal wellness, physical, mental, and spiritual?
I would say a 9.
Awesome,
It has
awesome.
gotten so much better.
Wow, so sound like it's increased from, where was it at before?
Ooh, mental, I would say it was about a 3 or 4. It was bad.
Okay.
Really bad.
So now we're seeing that move up the scale. I like it. I like it.
Yes.
That's what I want. I want to hear about the results. Excellent. And relationships, how's that going? Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest.
I would say a 10.
Okay. All right. So when it comes to relationships, what's making it that 10? What are you doing that you're going to continue to do? Or maybe are you doing something different that's got to that level?
I don't know. I just think it's more so just like hanging out more with family and just getting out and just spending time with them, getting to know different people, besides just being in my main little group. My friend actually flew out here, so I was able to spend time with her. So it's just been getting better and better.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, sounds like you're in a good place, which is where we want you to be. All right, guys. Well, I know what I got more I want to tell you, but our time is up for tonight. If you have not already signed up, sign up for our summer sizzle. Get locked in with me. Get it to be a part of this accountability team. Many of you are tapped in. I'm excited about it. I don't want to go any further than our normal time. Oh my goodness, I got so much more I want to tell you. But come back next week. We got some more stuff I want to pour into you. Hopefully this shifts you a little bit and make everything now just a tad bit better. All right. So God bless you guys. Have a great night. If you have any questions or anything that you need from me, email me, resultsdrivenbyrw@gmail.com. Resultsdrivenbyrw@gmail.com. Don't do this alone. We got you the next part of this journey. 90 days, summer sizzle. You want to be a part of this. Looking forward to the boot camp. I'll see you guys real soon. God bless you guys. Have a great night.